welcome back to Downtime Activities, and welcome back to our Devils of the West game. When last we left, you had all just met Frankenstein? No, Dr. Jürgen Bjorkland.
And his dog who Bjorks.
And his dog who Bjorks. Who was running a winery out of an old abandoned fort, but also making a Frankenstein's monster and other weird gadgets. You kind of have unraveled some of the truth of that by a professor, a mad scientist to mad scientist conversation.
Yep.
And a lot of you are now all in the lobby of the winery.
Let's all go to the lobby.
I at the table might have just put 2 and 2 together.
Oh.
Ed doesn't know anything about what's upstairs yet, so I can't share it yet. But
So I'm gonna.
it's literally just like things Professor Focus saw, things Dr. Bjorkland said. I'll just like really, and something clicked.
So pretty much, I'm gonna grab all of you and pull you aside to like is there a table or somewhere here?
Sure, there is. Are you like popping open the bottle, or are you guys just like walking over?
I assume Grimes. I'm amazed there's any wine left in them.
It's like, would you like me to get you some glasses? Would you like to enjoy some of that here? Or are you taking it home with you?
You can give.
Yes, please.
You can get a glass for him there. I don't think they want to partake.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, what have you got?
Yeah, what have you?
What do you say? 3 glasses? 4 glasses?
Yeah, I'll take a glass, I guess.
I'll bring over.
Grimes had a whole bottle of nothing bad happened to him.
Well, of course. I'll bring over 4 glasses for you and help pop the cork on this thing. She's pretty strong. I know that's your, This is the kind of woman probably bring you with a meat tenderizer.
No, she'd
and that is not a euphemism. That is blunt truth.
Ever since that
literal blunt truth.
she'd brain him with one of those mallets they use to put the bunghole in a cask.
Yes, the literal bunghole. You're like, you can hammer my bunghole.
That's also done.
All right. You guys are at this table. This lady's still in the room, but if you speak hushed, she's not going to be like listening in on your conversation. She's not rude like that.
I'm just gonna lean into all of you. Well, there's some weird shit going on here. One, the good doctor has brought himself back a corpse. And what I mean by that is he has figured out how to bring the corpse to life.
Well, that ain't all that unusual considering current company.
Hey.
And him.
The difference is he
Both of them.
Both of them what?
Never mind. The difference is he didn't bring them back the way
he's religious. Jesus brought people back from the dead. That's all I meant.
He did not bring them back in the same way as our friend here and Jesus did. Because I'm playing off here. He did not bring them back that way. He brought them back using science, and he did mention something about being God.
Seems crazy.
And
the good Lord won't take kindly to that saying that.
Seems like your kind of company, Professor.
It sounds like it, but I mean, it was cool, but he had a gleam in his eye that I did not trust.
I think this might just be another case of it's creepy, but is it really our business?
Let me put it this way. I gave him kind of a warning, like what we gave Harbinger, and he looked out into the field of his workers and very ominously said, "Could you imagine?" Which gave me the feeling he might try to kill all of his workers with these creatures he creates.
I don't think so. Especially, like, he hasn't mentioned the large amounts of wire, but this is a battlefield, right? Mm-hmm. He's gonna try and raise the whole battlefield in one go.
I mean, I can throw this out there. There's also a bunch of wires strewn about his laboratory.
something that Erickson would write.
What's that supposed to be?
Because it was literally like got a ton of wire floating around, and he looked out over the former battlefield and said like
it does answer the question.
Possible. And it just
why
like
here?
they just like connected.
Why here? Why this place? That puts some pieces together.
Makes sense. Crazy son of a bitch.
Do you think it's possible the wires, or at least some of the wires, are already in place? The wires for the grapevine.
Would I be able to?
We can always take a look around.
Yeah, it's like from what I saw of the wires and everything, like, did it seem like he had any of them set up, or were they just kind of strewn about?
It seemed like he had a weird amount of wire around here, around his like lab, but I mean, a weird amount of wire is like 3 or 4 big coils of wire. That's a weird amount of wire for anybody to have sitting in their office of their winery.
The fact that there's 6 spools of wire out throughout the facility, you just wouldn't notice.
Right, he bought 10,
right,
thinking he'd need 10. He only needed 6, or he hasn't set them all up.
Jesus.
Kinda.
How the fuck did he do that?
Science, my good man.
He's gonna raise a lightning rod, and then the South will rise again.
No.
Just as Confederate zombies.
No,
Union zombies.
the Swedes will rise again.
So he's gonna make a whole field of zombies. Well, what did the zombie do?
From the looks of it, it had enough, and big word here, cognitive control, that it recognized him as its master. So it really didn't do much, but there's nothing to say that it isn't dangerous or can't do anything to harm others.
I mean, honestly, the guy raising one corpse is it's spooky, but look at the stuff we're involved in. We would do this just casually on the weekend and get mad if somebody judged us for it.
Out of character moment. I asked if I could do this.
Right.
Okay, so.
But like, the guy raising a whole battlefield of corpses.
It's a little suspicious.
Is a little. Whether he has good intentions or not, that's gonna get out of hand.
I couldn't really peg that down. But he did seem to. He seemed to harp on the fact that the good, or like what was it, how fascinating they were.
How the life he has created, how beautiful and pure it is.
Yeah.
Can we maybe take a walk through the vineyard? Do a little.
You can.
Investigate?
You'd feel like, if you're like walking around and digging around inside of this dude's vineyard, the people working there would probably be like, "What the fuck are you doing over there?" But if you want to just like take a walk around the grounds, there's people all over. But
see if we could notice like there's like a bear, like
they have stitches all over them, or like are they normal people?
I mean, they're a little roughed up. They seem like they've worked a life of labor. Probably some stitches here and there.
Oh no.
You rat bastard.
They look like living people.
No, I don't think we need to like dig anywhere to just like walk around and see if anything stands out as like being particularly odd. Now that we know
what to look for, what we're trying to look for, I guess. Once again, we could be on a totally wrong track.
Yeah, he may have set the wire up.
Yeah, he also may be harmless, but why take that risk?
Raising an army of the dead.
We haven't confirmed that he's.
Don't worry, I just have this army of unkillable soldiers for personal defense.
He wants an army.
Commander of Forgrim.
He wants an army of unkillable soldiers to make a cat cafe where everyone has to dress up as a nurse and do See?
Just the American dream.
Especially in this timeline.
It's just weird enough somebody will do it. I mean, I doubt we'd get in trouble for just like, just wandering around, enjoying the sun and wandering around.
We're just sightseers.
You wander around and enjoy the sun.
Yeah. What do you make a notice?
Yeah. What are you looking for specifically?
I think that he's trying to like bury this corpse.
What'd you say?
Like where? Would you like to repeat that for the class?
It's on camera, so you might as well. We'll know eventually.
Dead ass.
Yeah, we all go out looking and grind.
You
just flirts with the...
You notice it. The professor is double cheeked up on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
well,
I kind of want to.
Well, thank you, ominous voice narrator.
I kind of want to see if like the wires and posts and everything that have been set up for the vineyard are like conductive wire or posts or anything like that. Like maybe he's already set it up. Like maybe just disguising.
Because he did say he had like 6 months of like setup. He had plenty of time to put it all in place already.
I'm gonna look
That's the main
outside
thing that
the building that we were in and kind of look up towards where his office was and
Okay.
see if anything leads out that window.
All right.
Like a monster.
Anything else?
Are you looking for, like you were saying, you're looking for like if he buried the
Buried
wires,
leads,
or?
yeah.
Okay, all three roll me up.
Four.
It's a 5 or no, a 4 because that's a -1.
Still. Doesn't matter still. 4.
Fiver.
5. Okay. So we'll start with you. Well, actually, we'll start with you. I'm sorry. There's not like wires strewn and obvious inside of this, but the lattice work of the vineyards certainly seems like it's metal, or at least metallic from this distance, which is not traditionally the way that someone would do that. A lot of times it'd be wooden structure, it's just cheaper. So a lot of the lattice work and stuff does appear to be metallic, and you can tell that like you don't necessarily see any wires or anything running up it, but posts of it are buried underground, so it's hard to know if anything conductive is wired through to those. Professor, you don't notice any you do not notice any sort of like wiring or anything like that coming out of any windows. The particular part of the building that you're kind of looking at from there, though, does seem to have more stonework than woodwork, which is what most of the building is. And you, looking around, you don't notice much, but you can see, like walking around and stuff, there is one point where you swear that, like, it's over by where a guy's working, but you swear you see, like, a little bit of coppery color, like a thin line of it, just half buried in the dirt that seems to kind of be, like, arced up slightly, that catches a glimmer of sunshine. Yeah.
From like the...
From them moving, there's people probably walking around here, some of them might be slightly dug up or kicked up.
Yep.
He's gonna raise himself a whole army. Whether or not he's calling it an army or not, that's what it is.
It's his people. Because he's a god.
The Swedes.
The Swedes!
That's how all Swedish babies are born.
Victor's really defensive about it, which is why he hasn't said anything.
Well, then that just comes down to the question of what do we do about it?
I mean, I don't really want to wait for a thunderstorm, and...
We could just kill him now.
The professor starts walking towards the stairs with a gun in his hand.
Is this a solution?
I mean, that's the thing, is like... Yeah, we break into his office and find proof of his plans. Or we break into his office, don't find proof of his plans, and then we're the assholes. This job is hard. We have to wait for people to die before we can do anything.
Good at the wire.
I guess we could, but then it's like we have to like be digging around in the...
We can wait for an
And then all that does is put him back a week or so till the next thunderstorm.
Ah, take that. Foiled again.
This is just a monster of the week thing. We don't have to worry about like future consequences.
Sweet.
You foil until next Saturday and call it a day.
This character will never show back up again.
Until next week.
I mean, we could try to just maybe talk to him about it and be like, hey, this isn't a good idea. And if he tries to fight us on that, maybe
we
violence?
just say the thing that we know will spark him towards violence, and then it's just self-defense.
Yeah. And then we're not
Matty
the
G,
assholes.
welcome to law enforcement in the Old West.
What we like to call that is entrapment, folks.
This is the Old West. It's before they came up with the idea of entrapment.
Oh no, they've been using it for a while.
Came up with the idea of calling it.
It's
And
just
while
called
he-
having the faster draw. He draws first, you just draw faster.
Why you guys aren't interrogating the professor upstairs?
But he was sitting
I
on
can
the ship.
distract the
He's
little
still
lady.
drawing. I swear.
So, for the sounds of
Sprinkle
it,
some Western crack on him and call it
I've
a
heard
day.
some wait till nightfall. I've heard some entrapment. What's the
I-
gameplay?
well,
no idea.
Grimes over here is gonna talk to the little lady while apparently the four of us go interrogate the doctor.
I'm gonna
Are
kill
we
you.
interrogating the
It's-
doctor?
I don't know.
I have no idea what to do here.
I mean, that sounds like I'd distract the young
I
lady.
reckon if he thinks he's
Best
God,
way.
he should at least be confronted.
Has some opinions.
Jeffers walks into the room and just hits him with the Bible for a month. Right to the building.
And he picks it up and like gestures it back towards you, and you go.
Time out of
That would be funny.
What is going on?
What the fuck?
I mean, we've been somebody could, and viewers may well do it, accuse us of using sort of brute squad tactics from time to time, and and they would be right. It's just like it'd be nice to try and avoid using brute squad tactics as much as possible.
Okay, so
So I just think that like we're not going to be able, if he's as crazy as our crazy doctor says he is, we're not going to be able to talk him down from like I am
He's
God.
like our professor. Reason won't work.
hey, it took some shit happening to me for me to be reasonable.
I just think that like you don't talk a man down from the I am God, imagine the possibilities.
His own hubris? No, you wait for the hubris to rip him to shreds.
Right,
what do we
but I'm
need?
worried that hubris will take the form of several hundred soldiers, and then we'll have several hundred soldiers. I mean, look, we could build a little fence around it, wait for him to raise them all, and then just like
And they're
Like,
try and deal with him afterwards.
Herd him like a bunch of cows.
That also
Come on,
seems-
Basie.
That also just seems a bit. He'll probably get suspicious when he sees us building the fence around his vineyard.
I think best bet would be to talk with him and try and understand his plans for this.
I really don't think that's gonna be the guy said straight up to you, I am God. Look at how beautiful and pure this life is, and we've uncovered his
Imagine
plan
the
of
possibilities.
yeah.
Listen, at this point,
I don't-
We're down with two options. We either do the long and complicated, or we just kill him. So
I mean, I think we need
Jerry's
to-
hearing blah 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 or kill.
I mean, to some degrees, he's not wrong.
You're not necessarily wrong.
I
It's
just think
Go defeat the
we
monster.
do need
who cares?
we do, I think, need to sort this before he raises a
Well, yes.
lightning rod.
a
and
proactive approach is
summons the
definitely
dead.
the
It's
way
just
to do it.
how we. I mean, you might be able to flex some law enforcement authority here, being a ranger, but I don't know
I don't
if
think
like
he's gonna give a shit.
I don't think arresting him will do.
Well,
anything
one of the things, it's not, I don't think, technically illegal. It's like, might be like,
You are
Defacing
no
the
ranger
dead.
legitimately,
Yeah.
but you don't know anything. There's no law that says you can't reanimate an army of corpses.
it might be like desecration
called
of a
Rangers
body.
show up to stop him, and he's like, "This isn't illegal." They're like,
I
"He's
have
got us
broken the
there.
laws.
He's got us there,
I mean,
boys."
desecration of a corpse, maybe. Like, you might have him on that.
We just be
Desecration
like,
of
we know
500
you're
corpses.
real.
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, this is his property. Like he legally purchased this and all the grounds, including the corpses inside of it. So, you know,
So
it's
unfortunately, we might
questionable.
have to solve this problem illegally.
I mean, my thought would
Back to
be...
brute squad tactics, everybody.
I'm telling you, that's the best way we go.
While you guys are fighting, I'm gonna be
Flirting.
So you walk up to the lady. And they're like,
We're standing outside
Your,
trying to figure out what
your
to do.
friends seem awful into tears.
Well, we've been just traveling a long ways and trying to figure some stuff out, especially like travel wise. We're going on a big road trip, so they're a little
Oh,
yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah,
Bunch
well,
of y'all going on a trip together. Y'all related?
Looks outside, and the professor's like
He's like-
he's pants him up, and yeah, like,
And she says to you, like, he's like, y'all family? And looks at y'all must be family.
we're pretty close. I would say we're just
looks outside, sees us just all arguing.
Family.
The professor has a lit stick of dynamite in hand. He's just like gesturing with it, and everyone's like,
Are you? So what exactly is your end goal? You're just trying to schmooze and flirt and. Okay, roll another one for me.
Yeah.
Careful with your rolls there, man.
I mean, I rolled a D100 once to see if Ed was willing to just shoot Wallace Henson.
The conversation is going super smooth.
Nice.
She seems super into you.
Mohan's not on board for just icing this dude.
Ed is also the most violent killer in the party. Well, currently the most violent killer in the party. At least some people got a shady history. Also, surprisingly, not on board with just like.
Listen, I'm not on board with killing one of my own. You know how hard it is to find.
You've literally
shot the last one in the dick.
Listen. That was a self-defense. But because you know how hard it is to find like-minded.
Kill him.
You know how hard it is to find like-minded individuals who are not you fucks.
Well, it's hard to find another professor. They keep blowing each other's bollocks off and they can't reproduce.
Exactly.
You know, you think evolution would have canceled that out somewhere along the line.
Professor is a recent mutation in the human genome.
Okay, so what do we know? You know you found copper wiring. We have suspicion he might be trying to raise an army of the dead.
Just go.
Do we just confront him with like?
I think
Hey,
I should probably
we
be the
know
one
what
to
you're about to do here.
I think I should probably be the one to confront him because who knows how he'll react if he finds out the rest of
Betrayal. He'll be like, "You betrayed me."
Yeah. Well, that and but and who knows? You know, if he gets violent or whatever.
I mean, how far? I guess the professor would know. How far is it from that like sort of tasting room to his workshop? Like, in theory, if something went loud up there, could people get up to it pretty quickly, or is it going to? Is the professor going to be on his own with?
I mean,
Bjorkland's monster for a while.
I mean, you know that Bjorkland's monster seems to be locked up, and it's up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
So
that's not.
It's
that's
not like insanely far.
if-
to
if-
that first workshop you talked to.
If a blast happens, you will hear it, unless you're Grimes and shooting at squirrels.
Do we see if the professor? I mean,
It just feels like it just feels more like the. We know this will make you
How dare
violent.
you.
That's what we're gonna say. This thing
you're right.
makes you violent.
But I don't know. Is it better than just shooting him?
Well, you guys also aren't thinking about like the broader consequences here. We can't just ice a guy and walk away and be like, nothing bad happened.
I mean, you might be able to flex enough law enforcement muscle as far as like desecrating corpses or.
Yeah, don't be doing
And
that.
then when he like.
About to endanger the public.
Yeah, but nobody's
Yes,
gonna
if we
believe.
can get a hold of his notes.
But nobody's gonna believe us about him like. About to raise it. We all understand that what he's about to do will probably work. The public won't really see it that way. Yes, we'd have to be able to prove that he was.
He's raising the dead so he can have free workers.
Thing is, I don't think this isn't like the Harpentry situation, which we shouldn't really have ignored anyway. Like we can't ignore this without, I think, things going sideways fairly soon. So. We need to sort this before we move on. We just need to like if you're not comfortable with, I'm not really comfortable with just shooting him either. You're not comfortable with entrapment. So what options do we have remaining? At that point?
You're all right. We might have to do the entrapment route, just because
unless
that's
unless somebody can get through. You know, I mean, I can sneak. But I don't know if I can sneak well enough to get into his workshop at night, through 2 doors, one of which may well be locked, past Bjorkland's monster, and into his actual, like, laboratory to just, like, get his notes and get him arrested.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know. I mean, Grimes could almost certainly pick the lock on the door, but Grimes wears them jangly spurs.
I got a pretty good sneak.
Grimes is both sneaky and thieving.
You aren't in this conversation, but I like to think that you just said that to her. And you
It's part of the conversation.
I am pretty sneaky.
I got a pretty good sneak.
I got a
You got a
light
pretty good
step.
what? Sneak.
I got a light step.
Quiet forward, aren't you?
You know it.
Very good with my hand, you might say.
I mean, I can try talking to him again.
That's all you
At
need.
least get a more baseline understanding of what he plans to do with said.
I just feel like we have 4 options. Ignore it, which you can't really do. Just shoot him. Entrapment or thievery.
Yeah.
And that's hoping we can find stuff that's coherent or incriminating enough to get him arrested. And then that we can get him arrested before...
I mean, it's one of those, like...
Before the next rainstorm. How's the weather looking?
Looks fine.
That's good.
It's my other thought would be just like a convenient fire.
Sudden rainstorm.
You know what I mean? Like if we did have to just ice him to
He conveniently dies in a fire.
right.
Because everyone's like, well, he was a crazy scientist anyway.
Yeah, a fire and 2 gunshot wounds to the head, but a fire.
I do have lantern oil.
That's what I was also banking on. So we can.
He was banking on the professor being able to start a fire.
Yeah. Well, because my first thought was burn the entire vineyard, but really all we need to do is burn like the office that all of his paperwork's in. Because if he's dead and his paperwork's gone, then no one else is going to be able to recreate this very particular thing. And then it won't be traced back to, hey, this ranger showed up with his posse, killed this dude, and then said he was desecrating corpses, and, you know, yada yada. Because we don't need that kind of paper trail.
That's, I mean, again, like, based off of my D100 roll, not super comfortable with just murdering him without...
And that's the other thing.
Forcing him to make the first move.
I'm definitely not a fan.
I'm okay with lighting this on fire.
I know he has 2 Molotov cocktails.
I don't reckon we ought to just kill a man.
But he thinks he's
But-
God.
I also,
Yeah,
I
but
also,
he thinks he's
I also
God,
think-
Jeffrey.
really think
Isn't there something in the
the
Bible
solution,
about
though.
no gods before your God?
Well, it doesn't mean you're supposed to just kill a man. That doesn't make us any different than the fella that...
Isn't the Old Testament just God killing false gods?
Well, not all of it.
Okay. Fuck it.
Welcome to Slur's Theology Corner.
The Old Testament can't be God killing other gods because there are no gods other than God.
Right.
However, there are principalities. In the Bible. Anyway, whatever.
Same thing.
Theology corner over.
Why must you throw these moral conundrums at us?
Because it's fun to watch you all squirt.
Listen, I'm willing to just shoot him and be done with this.
Well, we get that you are.
Your problem is y'all ride the low road looking for the moral high ground.
Yes. That's the best type of character to play.
Of course.
That way you eventually do the morally reprehensible thing and feel bad.
terrible.
But you do it. If we're good characters across the board, we find some way of not being evil.
I can try talking to him and get his notes, but that's...
That's true. Once again, Grimes and ice this dude just because we asked. Be like, hey Grimes, did you shoot that guy? Why?
Already
the
shot
guy
him. It's like,
standing
I was
next
just wondering if you would.
And we
Would
met
you?
the guy standing next to him.
Oh. Still didn't ask me.
Alright, time to use the lantern oil, light him on fire.
It's also like if it comes to shooting, it's gonna be loud. It's hard.
So what you guys doing?
I think we ought to talk to him.
Alright. Let's go confront him. Show that the professor totally lied through his teeth and ratted on him immediately.
Oh yeah. Well, here, I'm just gonna be like, little lady, can you go get the good doctor again? We need to speak with him.
I suppose I could, yeah.
There have been some discoveries as of late that need to be addressed.
Well, hopefully this way.
Is everything alright with the wine?
Oh, the wine's delicious.
Oh, it's quite good.
Wine's great. No. This is more of a for you, the doctor.
Ethics and science, kind of.
Yeah.
It's above my head. I'll go get him. She'll go up the stairs after a second, lumbering down.
This is literally
Dr.
going to be
Bjorkland.
the shame cock shotgun.
Alright,
Yeah?
so,
How can I help you?
well, doctor, some discoveries as of late have led me to go back on my word, which I do not like, but I have ratted you out. Now we have some questions and you'll need to answer them.
I'm with the Rangers, sir. It's come to my attention you might have some messing around with some dead bodies. What for illegally?
I have broke no laws.
Of course, that's what you're
There we go.
I am simply a man of science like your friend.
Trying to raise every corpse in the battlefield.
Might be a bit concerning to the citizenry.
You simply don't understand. I have no ill intent.
Well,
What is your intention?
My intent is to create, as I told you, incompetence.
Yes. It's very much.
Professor
let me
Moose
put it
just
to you
gonna
this
roll his like one switching eye.
this is
let me put
very
it to you
much
this way. Can you show me that your creation is safe to be around people?
Your friend simply just saw my creations and was absolutely unharmed. In the same room. I had control, did I not?
How are you gonna have control of hundreds?
The same way I have control of the one.
You can't go. You're just one man, and you're gonna go up to 500 and go, Papa's here, Papa's here.
A bit offensive on the accent.
I'm sorry, I had to do it for their effect, but yes.
I told you, my creation is a proof of concept, and that concept seems to be very proven.
Regardless of what your intentions are, raising a battlefield full of corpses is not a good idea.
I don't think you understand my intent.
I understand occult shit, mostly. That's all we've been dealing with.
We
This
understand.
is
gonna go
Yeah.
terribly.
We have dealt with enough of the realm outside of science to know that this is going to go badly, and you are going to get your workers and a lot of people hurt.
Just, do you have any sort of fail-safe? Like, if something were to go wrong, is there a way to...
Of course.
Which is?
I'm not giving away my secrets, my technologies, my life's work. But I, of course, have a way to turn it off.
He's got a right.
Can I roll like an is there insight? Can I
Notice,
see this?
roll notice and see if you
Thank
think
you.
he's done.
I think he's talking out his ass. I'm gonna spend a penny.
Okay.
Yep, that's better. Niner.
You think that he believes, honestly, that he has a way to turn it off.
What happens when that wave fails? Are you gonna shoot 500 people?
I will not shoot any of my creations.
What if they kill hundreds and thousands of people?
You are speaking hypotheticals, clearly not scholarly sorts.
But
Science is entirely.
I was actually about to make that comment. But doctor, everything we do in the realm of science is hypothetical. Your creation was hypothetical.
You are in the world of science. I have gone beyond this science. I am in the world of creation. Your hypotheticals are nothing to my proof, my creation.
Like this is happening in the tasting room.
Yeah, he's just like halfway down the
that
stairs.
other lady is just listening to this
She
dude.
looks
just
super confused.
I just like the fact like this. Little lady, here, Grimes, you want to take the little lady outside while we have this conversation? I don't think she needs to be hearing this.
I'll explain everything. You wanna go on a stroll?
I suppose.
Let's go on a nice
What are they talking about? And you guys start heading out the door. And he says, I suggest you all follow them. and leave my winery and my place alone.
I mean, desecrating corpses is, I believe, illegal, sir.
I believe that you are on my property, and you have seen not a single corpse desecrated. Have you?
Well, we've got a witness here seen one brought back to life.
I have given it life. Is that desecration?
Yes.
The law is probably going to see it that way,
When you stitched them together and put 2 lug nuts in its neck, yeah, it's desecration.
What would you have me do with it then? Would you have me take what I have given away from it? Kill it again?
Well, you claim to be God.
So it shouldn't be that hard.
You know, I'm really warm. You know, in a side note, I'm really warming up to the just shoot him kind of.
You guys are gonna get us in so much goddamn trouble. I'm just gonna shoot. You can't just do that.
Well, that's why I haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
You just entrapped her. He says, what you are doing is not just threatening me, but threatening my creation.
Well, yes.
He's okay.
I was gonna say, no, but
He's gonna say, well, yes, and responding to that, he's gonna kind of snap, look at you, and look like it's a combination of anger and sadness. He seems to like legitimately care.
He's gonna be genuinely sorry for when he shoots me right in this.
And he is going to like glance at you very angrily with some sadness choked back, and he's gonna start waddling up the stairs.
I mean, look,
He's gonna say, "You will not hurt my creation."
Okay. Can I just use the entangle gun and just stop him so we can go see this?
I mean, I'm still just like, we still just need a permanent solution to this problem.
No, but if I at least entangle him to the stage.
What are you doing? You guys don't get to sit here and talk for. He's run up the stairs.
I say, well, reckon we'll see if he can handle creation. I reckon only the good Lord can do that, and I'll walk out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. Like, we don't have any sort of legal precedent besides our gut feeling that something bad's gonna happen.
He's admitted that he's going to do it.
Right.
We can't let him do it. You're right, we don't have a legal ground here. We don't have moral grounds here. That's the position Erickson put us in. The point, unfortunately, we have to do something. Or we have to come back here because we failed the side quest and a bunch of innocent people are dead.
Okay, so it's either this. We get rid of a funny Swedish man. Or
a dire circumstance.
we either kill him and deal with the repercussions later.
Would you rather get rid of one funny Swedish man or deal with an army of zombies?
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we keep the funny counterpoint, we keep the funny Swedish man around, so Erickson has to keep doing the voice.
We just tie him up in a basement somewhere and just talk funny man.
We just drag him along on all of our arcade adventures.
The door slams up the stairs.
You're not allowed to raise the dead, but you're allowed to come with us on all our adventures. It's just that, like, we need to. This isn't like I said, this isn't the problem we can ignore. We don't have the moral high ground here. That feels bad.
And plus,
we have to solve it.
Worst case scenario, they put a bounty out on us in Kansas or Kentucky. Who's gonna want to come back to Kentucky?
I think we kind of need to come back through here to get back home, but
I can swing around north.
Well, this is all. You're right. This was a split-second decision. Jerry, what were you doing?
I mean.
He's up the stairs.
He's already up the stairs.
You guys had this conversation in character.
He's up the stairs. I could have entangled him, but it was too late. So now at this point, I just blow the door open. And
you're starting to run up there.
Well, okay, I don't, but I could blow the door open if this is what we're gonna do.
I think what you need to do is have the moral high ground.
Which we don't have, so failing
Let
that.
me fix that.
Oh.
Those of you outside. Those of you outside. You're walking around there, she's like, I don't understand what they was talking about with corpses. And the door kind of closes, and you see Jeffers kind of walk out of there with a stern look on his face. And you guys, as she's talking to you, you hear from a window up high, "It is sooner than I wanted, but my creations must be alive. They're alive!" And you hear a crank noise from up above.
generators. I didn't plan on generators.
You feel a thrumming almost coming from the house, and you see a lot of people working on vines go like suddenly jitter, touching the vine and start to like tumble back, grabbing
Every
at
once in a while, I
themselves.
figure something out during a puzzle, and I'm like, and then it works out, and I'm like, I feel clever
I'm
now.
a goddamn genius. How could I have stopped this?
I didn't see the generators coming, but you know.
I didn't think of that either. Sorry.
And there's a great bit of shock, and you guys on the inside
that
hear
is-
muffled noise coming.
All right.
Well,
Well-
that is it. At least.
I'm gonna
Assault.
be heroic. I'm gonna be like,
And maybe battery. Are you kidding?
I'll grab the others and I'll get everybody into the house, and because here comes the zombie horde mode section of this game. I guess. And
I'm
I'll
about
come-
to run up the stairs.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
I
Just
blow the door.
I'll run outside and just start yelling for everybody
To start,
to like. Get
we're all drawing cards. We're all drawing cards.
I'm definitely gonna be
Inside,
heroic in front
middling.
of the nice pretty
I'll protect you. 2 zombies rise out of the ground.
Cover into them and run away.
I get a split image of Spindly Norman in my head. Why do you guys look like Spindly Norman? What is happening? Is he a zombie?
Tenor?
I got a 9.
Anyone beat a tenor?
There's a 10 of diamonds.
Tenor diamonds.
What you doing, Devin? Did you see some people, like you hear that scream from up above, and you see some people jittering and falling away from these vines?
I kind of run out to the people
Okay.
that are jittering. See if they're okay.
Look at them. They look like they've received a horrible shock. They seem alive, but like convulsing currently. Seizing.
That is all I do.
See, just saying, this all could have been avoided if we just shot him. So.
Next 10.
I guess I'm going up the stairs.
Okay. You run up the stairs. There's a closed wooden door.
Locked.
Did you try it? It's locked.
Give it a kick.
Okay, go ahead and give me. I'll let you do a fighting.
Fighting against this door.
My hand punches the door open.
Oop, 6 explodes. 6 explodes. 15.
That will hit with 3 raises. Roll your melee damage with 3 raises.
Take that, door.
So
Now he's gonna roll. He's gonna roll.
strength and a d4. Oh no, and then I have 2 raises. Three. These cannot explode. Jesus H. Christ. 16 bonus
You kick the
damage.
door off. It swings open hard.
How much of my movement
and
did I
that'll be your
have?
turn. Up next is probably going to be the 9 of diamonds.
Yeah, because
right?
I got 9 of hearts.
Okay. Those of you outside see a sudden kind of rumbling in parts of the ground, and you can see Night of the Living Dead. You see some zombified bodies starting to crawl out of the ground. You see some of the seizing people getting grabbed and pulled by these things as they try and claw their way out of here.
Oh my god.
And you hear from on high, "Worry not, my creations, Papa is here.
Why
Come to Papa."
Why is Gru attacking us?
Gorals! Come to Papa, Gorals.
Okay, now 9 of
Now
hearts.
whoever's next.
I'm
Okay,
about to do
my-
something very big.
I'm gonna run up.
If you
And
hear about it, you'll be very proud.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna use my entangle gun to like kind of trap the doctor.
There's no doctor in this
Or-
room. You charge into this room, and you can see the metal door that led to creepy guy to the zombies' room. It is closed, but the locking latch is open on it.
Shit. Okay then. I'll run up, catch it. I'm gonna. So if I open the door, I can't do like an action.
I'd say you can move up and like press this door open, but it'll
You can choose. You can do as many actions as you want, but you have to decide, like, declare all the actions you're doing, because the more actions you do, the more.
For the sake of this, opening the door I will consider an action, but there's no check with it, so there'll be no negatives associated with it.
so I
and if
won't-
you do anything else, it'll be at a -2, because it is an additional action on the same turn at that point. Are you running up and opening the door?
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I'll take the -2, and I'm gonna. Well, -3, but I'm gonna shoot my entangle gun at the creature
Okay.
if it's in there.
You run in there, swing the door open, and standing there is this lumbering creature, kind of turns and looks
Yeah.
at you as you enter it.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot my entangle gun and try and stop it so that way the youngin can go forward.
Okay.
You don't want to watch a fist fight between
Fair enough.
Jimmy
I'm
Mohan
going to give Jimmy
and-
Mohan an edge in this fight.
Bjorkland's monster.
That's a fail. It's a 2.
A 2. So you shoot this, and this like entrapment thing kind of jumps, and this thing like shoots out. And this thing kind of like ducks, and it goes over its head and like wraps around just behind it. It's like, and it's gonna look very angrily at you, but that's not its turn.
Alright. Up next is number 8.
Number 8.
Grabs what you
What you doing?
There's just zombies coming
There's
up.
zombies crawling up out the ground.
Maybe we'll take
It
a
looks
pot shot
like
with it.
not like 500 zombies, but it looks like more than 10.
I'm gonna run back inside and see if we can barricade the door.
Okay, so you're like bringing the lady
Yeah,
with you.
I'm chasing him. Jeffers, come on now.
just leaves the little lady.
No.
Pushes her up. No, you
I
get
guess,
her.
I guess we are about to have a ford to fight zombies.
I'm gonna yell at Jeffers, get his ass in here.
You kind of left the walls of the fort, but the building's just inside. And so you run past Jeffers with her. She'll come with you.
Yep.
And she's like, "Dear God, what's happening?" And you guys
Little lady,
run,
we got some issues. Let's go.
and you'll be able to make it to the building inside the fort if you run there.
Perfect. We're
Okay.
gonna.
You get there?
Yeah.
Who's next?
Was Dr. Bjorkland yelling through a window?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see him from down below?
You, from where you're at the, are you outside of the building?
Yeah.
Probably not, because he's like 3 stories up, and you're direct underneath him. I mean, if you went out far enough or like got up on the walls, maybe.
I mean,
From where you're at, like it's looking 3 stories up, and you're at
Right.
the base of that building. He's not like leaning over the edge or anything. It's
Not silhouetting himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't put a red ring around his head and just poked it over it. I mean, his hair and beard is basically a red ring around his head.
Papa is here.
I guess I'll run to the gate
Okay.
and I
As
guess
you
more
run
or
in,
less
you
just
see,
like
uh,
hold my action till Jeffress is back in through the gate, and
Okay.
then I'll close and try and bar the gate.
all right.
And that's what I'm doing with this turn.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Who's
New
next?
draw,
Is that-
I believe.
Is that
New
new
draw.
round who
Yeah.
this?
New round, who dis?
Well, he didn't look super excited or super disappointed.
It's middling. Better than my last one, but not a joker.
Jack.
Is that the Joker? Oh no.
Looks like Ace is first.
Ace is first. So I guess I'm gonna.
I tried to give you an edge, but I failed.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to move past this guy without.
It seems like it's kind
Yeah.
of between you guys and the door.
All right.
He has the opportunist talent.
Yes.
Try and move past
with
him on the
improved
map.
grappler. Well, hang on.
If you try and move past him on the map, you get that little red ring.
Yeah,
with
the little
sword
red
symbol.
ring.
That
Jimmy
was,
Mohan.
that was a 100.
That was
wasn't
a 90.
Oh.
Jimmy Mohan does not think of this thing as like a sentient being, and so he very like almost cold-bloodedly just pulls up his double-barrel shotgun and tries to blow its head off.
Okay, so you run in and you're gonna try and shoot with the double barrel?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you specifically trying to blow its head off, or are you just?
Oh, that is true. You know what? Go big or go home.
It'll only be at a -2 because of the shotgun.
That is true. I'm gonna go.
Go for headshot?
Yeah, go for a
Go
headshot.
for it.
Called shot.
Okay.
Shooting is that, and then it'll be at a -2. I'm gonna spend a penny.
Okay, one left.
Uno left to soak the inevitable counterattack. At a -2, it's a 3. Ah, damn.
So, not using
Yeah.
your last penny on that?
No.
Okay, so you run in there with this, you fire the first barrel of this shotgun, and it like hits, but it's kind of like a couple little BBs hit in it, and like, looks even more
Who
angry.
loaded this with birdshot?
And with that,
Rock salt.
that's a nice jack. If only it was one of diamonds. So, it is going to try and smash Mohan.
Yeah.
Moving up there.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I was about to make a similar joke.
Oh no, he's got a brick!
What's your parry?
My parry went up 1, I believe.
It's a 7. Try and beat your parry.
Okay, that does beat it because I went up to a 6, I believe, because it's half your fighting
Plus 2.
plus 2. So wait, half of 3. No, D8. So 4.
6. Plus 2. Yeah.
6.
6. Okay, so it hits, no raises. What's your toughness?
Toughness is 6.
So that's 10 damage. That is enough for 1 wound.
1
You
wound.
don't soak it.
I'm gonna try to soak it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Last
soak
penny.
it. Last penny. I'm burning them all.
Double 3s.
That's a wound.
Go ahead and roll me a 2d6? No, a d12. D12. That's what he said.
11.
11. Roll me a d6. It helps
1.
5 or 6. 1. I don't understand how you get another hideous scar.
Oh
This thing like heaves up with its hands and like bashes into you, and you get another like a scraping scar from its rotty, gross fingernails as this fist comes down and hits you. You will be hideous until this is healed.
Scar again.
And for the sake of you'll keep the scar, but you won't be ugly anymore once you get killed. And that's its turn.
But everybody you run into doing law enforcement.
So
duties
some
are
zombies are going to
don't mess
start
with
crawling
that.
out of the ground. You'll have another round of they're not going to reach any of you guys, but you do hear some screaming from people in the fields.
Oh right, I should have also on my turn been yelling for people to get inside. I forgot to do that.
I mean, they were mostly electrocuted, so there wasn't really a lot of run there.
You wouldn't have been able to help them because they were convulsing.
Yeah, but I could have yelled at them to get inside.
They're
The ones who weren't electric.
Get up, idiot! Professor, what you doing?
I'm gonna. If I were to put up a barrier in between Mohan and would the fire damage him as well?
I mean, you can't put one really in between them. They're
Because they're up close.
up against each other over
Alright,
here.
then.
It just hit him. I mean, you could try. It would probably hit both of them and then separate them, and then you guys would have a wall of fire between you and the door you're trying to get.
Okay. Well, at this point, I'm just gonna throw. I'm gonna throw one of my stun grenades in there and see if it'll.
It will hit both of them. Stun grenades don't
Discriminate.
Don't discriminate.
All right, that's fine.
If I get stunned and he doesn't, I'm just gonna die again.
As I've learned playing just about every video game ever, flashbang takes a bad bounce.
That is a 6.
What does the stun ability do? What's your spell?
I totally know this, and I'm not pulling it up so I can see.
You gotta remember these. I am not gonna remember your guys' abilities. You gotta keep them straight. I got enough to keep track of.
I think it puts a negative.
Well, it can stun. It can shake. If I remember correctly.
I think so.
Because I used this in the in my reporter character way back in the day, not reporter.
In the way back.
It's one of my favorite spells, honestly. It's up. You actually have 2 of my favorit spells: barrier and stun, which is my 2 favorite spells in this book.
So shocks those within medium burst concussive force. Scores success. If scores a success, targets within the area of effect must make bigger rolls or be shaken with a raise. Victims make bigger rolls at -2.
So it was not with a raise.
So no
it's
raise,
just
so
a-
it's just a straight vigor roll
Yeah.
to
6 explodes. So that's a 10er. Which is a
5 or
success with a raise and just a success.
So you're both fine.
so neither gets stunned by it.
That was a waste.
I see it come in and look away, and then he's kind of facing the other way.
It does kind of and seems to be even more angry now. It could get more angry than getting shot by a shotgun. Who's next? 8?
9, I think.
9. Other.
Unfortunately, I'm still just waiting for Jeffress to get in here to close the gate.
Continue to ready that.
So I'll yell at anybody who's not making the obvious choice of running towards the fort to get inside the damn fort.
Okay.
I assume even though now that I'm not right up against the building, I can't see I can't see an outlined face outlined.
He's not
in red
standing
up there.
triumphantly in the window. He's backed up a little
Oh,
bit.
I kind of assume he
You-
is, but I just don't have an angle on him.
You have a very slight angle on him from the front door of this place. It'd be it's you have
It would be like
this-
a cult
he's
shot.
looking out over.
It'd be like cult shot with cover.
Yeah. It'd probably be a -6 total. You probably have a cult. It'd be technically a cult shot to the head, with an additional -2 on it.
what you have to ask yourself: Are you a chump?
But I would get +2 because of the range, which brings it, and it's a +1 rifle, which brings it down to a -3.
It's hittable.
It's hittable.
You can like tell that he's like looking out over the field and what's happening.
Is he laughing maniacally? Or?
I got some. So I assume this
This is
at,
all
like,
according to plan.
either at, I assume this is at like medium range.
Yeah, probably the medium range on the rifle.
Okay, which means I need to hit a 6 to hit him. It's at a -3, but I'll prop the rifle up on kind of the frame of the gate and
Okay.
I'll see what I can do. I got bennies to burn.
Yeah. You're a ranged character. What else are you gonna use them on?
6 explodes. 8 -3 is 5. I'm willing to spend 1 Benny on it, just to see.
Just because you were so close. The gambler's fallacy.
Ooh, that's even worse. Let's spend a second.
You got 30 bennies. You got 30 bennies.
Erickson's thinking of like the zombie horde mode that's coming.
Combat math. No, that's again fine.
We'll be shooting them from the fort for the most part. We'll be fine. Nope.
Okay.
So
this
it is a narrow.
It's a narrow, like, you're holy shit! This face tucks back into the window. With
So
that,
close to greatness.
Who's next?
Jeffrey, I believe.
It's Grimes.
Grimes.
Oh, hey.
You're last with a 7. Wow.
Not usually Jeffrey's is last.
As Jeffers God, he has not.
He's not inside
He's
yet.
not inside yet.
Damn it, I can't barricade the door.
You can
Are
shoot
you
some
waiting
zombies.
to? Well, you're inside the gate at this point, so
Yeah.
you could wait to help close and barricade the gate door if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
What do you tell the lady to do?
I'm gonna tell her to help out. We need to barricade this door.
Okay.
Make sure those crazy things growing out the ground.
She's freaking out.
Yeah, she's freaking out.
She's freaking out. She doesn't seem like she's going to be any help.
I'm gonna give her a big old smooch to see if that stops.
Roll me a shot. You son of a...
Truly,
We're gonna die. You clearly are a
you read too many
you're a
romance.
misogynistic main character from an old black and white movie if I've ever seen. I'm fearing for my life.
6 explodes.
And 4 explodes.
7 and 7.
So 11.
11.
Right away.
She's like, and you
The
give her this big
swells.
smooch, and the music swells, and she's like, I'll do what I can.
like zombies start rising out of the grimes, and ground, and Grimes is kind of like, well, this is a bad day, I guess. But like, he's just like spinning his revolvers and just like it's not affecting him all that much. He's seen weirder shit by this point.
Pretty much.
Like the bugs were way
saw
worse.
some weirder shit like last week.
That's right. So this is not the weird shit he's seen. What you doing with this?
So, like, people are, like, in danger of...
Most people are either in a point of danger where they're in the grasp of these things, or are trying to get up and run towards the building.
Okay. I'm gonna yell these guys close the gate, and I'm gonna go help people be ungrasped.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. You march into it.
I need a hero.
There's probably in total like 3 people who've been grabbed that are in kind of spread around. So you're moving towards one of them.
Just one of them, yeah.
Okay. Are you doing? You can shout that out for free. Are you doing anything else? Are you gonna shoot at something or?
Oh, well, I'll just, like, try to pull them.
Okay.
Like,
Sounds good.
off of
I'll say that you can get up to one of them and give me a athletics. What are these things at? They probably don't have ranks. How many do they do?
They're probably pretty strong. Usually, that's the.
Is athletics a skill?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
6.
You win. You pull, so there's one of these guys like getting grabbed by one of these things. And you grab him by a shirt and pull him up and out of their grasp. And
Nice.
From there, that'll be the end of your turn, and we'll draw a new round. But you freed one of 3.
Nice.
I
Quest
can see
update.
it. Yeah, I can see it.
The optional quest: save the workers.
Oh no!
Did you get a Joker?
He's a phone. I want to look menacing.
Because I know.
Is that 2 aces in a row for you?
Yes. Ace.
Wow, I got a 4 and you still.
I too got a 4.
4 of diamonds. I think you and I have drawn the same card, but I've had a diamonds like
Each
3
time,
times.
yeah.
now.
Hey, another 4.
Jesus.
Well, at least I'm going before the zombies. But
I pulled a 4 and I'm
it's not just the
not
zombies.
even last or
Ace
second
goes
to last.
No, Ace goes first.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try another barrel.
You have to, they call it double for a reason.
I guess I'm not gonna call this shot.
Not aiming at the head. Are you sure?
I really want. It's too cool not to do.
Okay, call shot. So just -2.
-2.
6 extra points.
10. So 8.
That will hit with a raise.
All right.
With a shotgun that hits with a raise.
All right. So
And the-
raise.
and-
Specifically, a headshot on the
That's
patchwork man is an
Yes.
interesting decision to make.
So just 2 bonus damage, but then I get 3d6 because I'm at close range. And then another 8, 9. So 9 total.
9 total.
Maybe plus 4?
plus 4 from the
From a
damage.
cult
to the
shot?
head.
Oh, +4 to the
Yeah.
damage to the head.
If it's like the
Yeah,
same
if that
rules.
counts.
Yeah.
Because it didn't count against the undead.
It's true.
So technically,
Undead.
there's some stuff that
Nah,
I
there's hidden
changed
mechanics.
about the
That's how it
stats.
goes.
I've changed some stuff about the stats of this thing, so I need to make sure that because undead are kind of weird in this, but like called shots don't normally do anything extra, but this specifically because of the head. The head it doesn't get to ignore that, so it's 13 exactly. Is that right?
Yes.
Toughness of 8. That's enough for 1 wound. If the head takes a single wound, the entire creature is put down. While the attached parts may still have some semblance of life, they have no senses and no intelligence to guide them. They simply flop and flail like landed trap. So you do blast this thing, it comes up and smashes, cutting across your face, and you pull up and you fire another one, and this thing's head explodes and splatters against the wall, and it just. And you see it like sitting there, and it's like moving, and like the arms kind of swing up every now and then, but it seems to be no longer a threat.
Man, this is a really good investment. Oh yeah, that's my action because I didn't declare any other actions before that. So
Street
What
hound.
the heck? Somehow your camera froze again. I don't know when that happened. Alright.
I plugged
So
it
you have put down the patchwork man, and that's the end of your turn. Who's after the ace?
Jack, probably.
Jack. All right, Jack. What you up to? Run to the next one.
Save another
That guy
dude.
kind of stumbles along and moves, and you see these things kind of slowly lumbering up off the ground. You're able to move quick enough to get away from them here.
Okay.
And you move over to the next one. Let's go ahead and do another opposed. There. Actually, it'll just be against. We're good. Your roll is valid. Your roll is valid.
Okay, 4.
Okay, so he beats 4.
5. So on this one, you kind of wrestle back and forth, and this thing keeps a tight grip on it.
no, this is mine.
The 6.
Yep.
Well, I can't close the gate. Are there any approaching the gate?
told you.
Or
There's a lot of people, like all the workers are rushing in here from outside the gates, and some of these seem to be pulling themselves out of the ground, and they are moving in that direction. You probably have a round or 2 before any of them will reach you, though.
Okay.
You should remember that I said close the gate.
I don't listen to you.
I don't listen to you.
I like
You're not my boss.
I like the idea that they're bickering back and forth. Like Jeffers has a hold of this. I told you this close the gate. I don't listen to you. You're not my
I
dad.
don't really have a shot on one, then I guess I won't shoot at one.
I mean, you have a shot at some of them.
It's just if you crit fail, you're gonna kill an innocent villager.
I mean, if you can aim, you have a shot on them. They just aren't.
They're not
rushed
in
up
imminent
next to you.
danger.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah,
But they're
I'll-
going to be in
yes.
danger.
So I will take a shot at one, but my first action is going to be to reload my rifle.
Okay.
It's-
So -2 on the shot.
Oh, because it's a single action.
But +2, so it'll be a straight 0 because these are probably medium range.
Yeah.
Just
It's
have
a
to hit
big.
a 6.
It's a big gun. But only got one bullet. Yeah, I get my +1 from just the rifle because it's my trademark weapon, even though I haven't used it all that much. We're mostly indoors. 5 if it's at medium range. I need a 6. So.
Just shy. You fire one in, just miss. Just shy. Almost. That's what I'll call you. Almost. 4 of diamonds next?
Yep.
Not off to an auspicious start
Oh,
for
okay.
this Ed Parnell. This
So, their turn. Zomble,
Oh, that was satisfying.
so, what you see is... Actually, I should roll. There's a chance.
Uh-oh.
How much damage?
Uh-oh.
Unless this is a 1. It's a 2! You see this guy kind of wrestling back and forth, this thing kind of... And it bites down onto this guy's neck, and blood splatters out and across your face. It is refreshing. This like blood squirts out of his neck onto your face, and you're like...
That's a nice prank, I guess.
Yeah. But this guy seems to have been deaded.
Just
Save the villagers, 1 of 3.
You can
Save
see
the villagers, 1 of 2.
And you can see the other one like fighting for his life does not get bit. But these things seem
He's
to
a
be trying to
white
tear
little
into him as well.
it's like fighting a shark. It keeps poking me.
And
now it's
those of you up at the gate, that is Grimes and little lady. And you hear a, "How dare you?" And over your shoulder you see the professor holding some weird funnely tube, and he kind of shakes in his hand, and something pops out of the end of it. And he's gonna cast Blast and hit both of you with his weird science.
Hey,
Double ones.
Come
double
on,
ones,
one
double
on the skill
ones.
die. Come on, one on the skill die. How dare you?
I mean, there's a chance.
One on the skill die.
Does
a
blast
thing
count?
back then.
Does blast count as a missile attack?
No.
No, it's
You're not near him at all. Your gadget can't. You're not in the same room as him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It is a 9, which is a hit with a range. So each is gonna. That one can't explode, luckily. Each is gonna take 16.
There's no save?
It hits.
Oh.
yeah, it's a
medium blast template attack.
which counts as a heavy weapon as well. So what does that do to the gate?
Does 16 damage to the gate.
So you have to decide what that means.
He probably like.
Sheesh,
might
it
wanna
did
roll a soak
16 damage.
16.
He,
I have to try and soak it because
Yeah.
that will,
So you're
with my toughness of 4, that will exactly down me if I.
Do you have any wounds?
No.
That'll be 3 wounds. I need 4 to be downed, so you'll be 1 off.
Yeah, you're right. Either way.
So you have 16 wounds, or 16 wounds. What's your toughness?
4.
So both have 3.
4 and 6 explode.
Yeah.
Okay.
I soak 1, so I
two.
take 2.
Go ahead and roll me the d12. Both yours
And then 10 and 7, so 10.
10, so you're only going to take 1 wound instead.
Yeah.
But I need both of you to tell me, do a d12.
Based off of what happened to Mohan, I will be also rolling a d6
Okay.
in this because I rolled an 11.
10.
10? Okay. It blows, like this blows up and it throws a bunch of shrapnel from the blasted gate into your leg, and you have the lame hindrance until it gets healed.
You're
Which ones you
lame.
get?
11, and now 4 on the d6.
An eye is damaged.
That's
Gain
what
the
I
one
was
eye hindrance
afraid
or the
of.
blind hindrance if you only had one
That's
good eye.
what I was afraid of. Why?
Is this the second game you've been playing?
Yes!
Watch our Star Wars game for Will's other character getting blinded. This explodes and the shrapnel kind of goes up and it jabs into your one good eye, and until this wound is healed, you are blind.
I'm out of this fight, fellas.
Yeah.
And with that, he is still going to be similar. Like it'll be a kind of narrow shot, but he is still going to be visible in the window because he did this. Not that that helps you much, but if you wanted to get your just desserts on him, that is his turn.
Okay, so
That's the turn of the bad guys.
It's me now.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to the door past the flailing body.
Okay.
I'm gonna open like
locked.
It's locked.
It's a metal door.
All right, I'm gonna
close it locked behind him.
I'm gonna spend 2 power points and use bolts on the handle of the door to try and blow
Okay,
it up.
do the weird science roll to hit.
Gotta love that blues artist, blind dead Parnell.
That's a 4.
4 hits. Roll damage.
So since it was 2,
2d6, I believe.
yeah, 2d6.
For the old bolt gun. You can cheese it.
6 explodes.
Ooh.
Nice.
And I forgot I'll check that, but I'm pretty sure it's still plus 2 damage. So 10 plus 2, 12.
Cool. Okay. It's enough to blast the lock off this, and then the door swings open for you.
All right.
In very movie fashion.
That'll be all I do for
Okay.
that one.
Sounds good.
New draw. Oh, no, Grimes.
I'm gonna shoot the bastard.
You see this explodes, and you see Ed like grabbing at her one good eye. You have a bunch of shrapnel stuck in your leg. Luckily, your lady friend had run away to grab stuff to
Okay.
barricade this gate with, so she didn't get hit. If she had still been freaking out, she would have just died. So you're still a big goddamn hero. And
Even though
you
you're
turn up and you see
misogyny.
this glaring Swede and his weird like blunderbuss gadget glaring down at you. It will be
-6.
since he's leaned out now, you don't have to do a called shot to the head anymore. Enough of him is out, it'll be a straight shot. We still have some cover, so it'll be a -2.
I also assume
What if I'm
that
a
it's
marksman?
not.
Oh, we took. Yeah, we got it.
Oh yeah, that's
And
right.
so you ignore the
You
cover
hold.
bonus.
You ignore the cover. It is still going to be 6 to hit. Or I guess what's the no? Because she has the long range.
Well, I was just gonna say she has
Revolver.
the blunt line.
And so it is still a medium range with that with the blunt line special.
So it's just a 4 to hit. That's a 9.
That hits with a raise.
There you go.
Roll
So
damage.
Just roll 1d6 and we'll see what the raise damage is. 3. And then these can explode. 6 explodes. 5. 10, 16,
plus 1 from the blunt
plus
special.
1, so 20 total. Nice.
Good work. Okay.
I'm happy I got that marksman.
That was a good. Thank you for remembering that we took that edge.
I was mostly like Jocelyn's the one who remembered that.
No,
I remember.
did he
just the
soak
system.
him?
Yeah.
He just rolled the soak. Do you see what these two dice are?
A 1 and a 1.
This guy takes exactly on the dot 4 wounds and crit and snake eyes is his soak roll. So he cannot spend any bennies to re-roll it. This guy goes, how dare you? And this explodes and you just turn with your bluntline special and you just blow a hole clean through his head and he comes tumbling out of this window.
Nice.
With a meaty thump on the ground.
What, Grimes? You're just a big damn hero today.
You saving that girl and then you killing the main bad guy?
He dead as hell.
Ugh.
Alright, good shot. Is that the end of the round?
It is.
Yeah.
New round, who dis? Okay.
Now we just
Who's
got
this?
a
Zombies.
Who's that knocking at the door? Oh, it's zombies.
Oh, it's zombies.
Hey.
And Grimes with the follow-up.
Ace of spades.
Ace in your face.
Check. So Ace is first,
Ace is
Grimes.
definitely first. I'm a 6, so I'm not going for a wow.
I'll be last.
Wow.
Shit. Well, I'm not a doctor, and I ain't no doctor. What?
Can you see a zombie?
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna start shooting zombies.
Okay, it looks like this gate's probably not going to be able to be sealed. The door to the house isn't damaged if you want to go into it to try and seal it, but the gate itself is no longer going to give you much protection after this big blast goes off.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find the little lady and try to see if we can, like, the other little lady in the head, and I'm gonna push them both.
Oh, I'm laying onto the ground right next to you.
Well, I'm gonna try to pick your
Which are
ass
yours
up and
is
take you inside.
What's your good one?
My good one was my right eye.
So I'm gonna try to find the lady, and then I'll be like, "Help! You need help."
She's like coming back over with a wheelbarrow with a bunch of shit in it, and sees the gate exploded, and is like, "Well, hell, what are we doing now?
You too.
Is she dead?"
She is not dead. She is gonna be just fine. I need you to go inside and help her, but I need you to barricade the door. I'm gonna be out here trying to do the best I can.
Little lady,
I'm gonna try my best.
You feel someone help you up off the ground.
And so, yeah, I'm gonna just delegate her to help.
Okay. Since she's gonna try and walk you back into the house.
And I'm.
Guns out. Okay.
You only have one, but it's.
Grimes has 2 guns.
Oh, yeah.
You just
Grimes is built.
Only needs the
Grimes
one.
is built for gunslinging with
We
2
need to
guns.
give Grimes a second bloodline special.
So we're gonna have to order one of them from the factory.
Mm-hmm.
They custom make that shit.
It's true.
Just 2 revolvers with 10-inch barrels.
It's not a quick draw, but it's a hell of a
They're
draw.
actually they cannot be
You
used
can't
with
quick draw
wedges or
them,
quick
yeah.
draw holsters.
I'm fine with that.
Shoot.
Rushing out. I'll say, I'm gonna say for the sake of this, you're not gonna take a shot in this round.
Yeah.
You coordinated all this stuff happening, but you can get out there, guns at the ready.
And can I see
Yep.
Jeffers? Okay.
If you want to take a shot, you can. We will be at a -2, and there will be a chance to
Hit Jeffers square in the
if you're
forehead.
shooting to try and help Jeffers. Well, I mean, Jeffers isn't in a place where he really needs help.
He's really walking rather calmly through these vineyards.
He seems to be licking his lips. He must have gotten some grape on him or
It's
something.
like white chicks. Oh, what a beautiful sunny day. Oh my God, what happened to the sun? Easy white chocolate.
I wouldn't want you to be.
For the sake of this, we'll next.
Okay, cool.
Who's next?
That's me.
Speaking of random kids,
Go help the last guy. if
Okay,
he's-
Rusher, give me an athletics.
5.
You wrestle this guy, this other worker out of the hands of the zombie.
Rescue.
And you're confident that everyone is out of the hands and out of their seizures running towards. And you guys see a bunch of people running through the gate now. You think everyone's free.
Right.
This guy.
Get them all inside the house.
Except for that one fella what got his throat ripped out.
Listen,
Delicious.
one fatality is not.
Now, normally when the zombie movie starts, you lose like a dozen people.
Instantly, so yeah.
Are you gonna be moving back towards the house? Or
I didn't know I could.
I mean, you can stay. It'll be more of a next turn thing, but is that your intent after wrestling this guy out? Or you can decide next turn.
Or you can try to stomp this zombie's head.
Or you can feed.
Oh no.
You're also
I'm
zombie
gonna-
getting him. You're getting.
Zombie eating the guy from one end. Jeffers sucking the guy's blood out of the other end.
It's like you're like a lion with a kill, and they're like a pack of hyenas just harassing you as you try and eat.
I was
them.
going more for a Lady and Tramp thing than a kiss in the middle.
I'm gonna say I'm
More
super
romantic.
hyped from getting that little bit of blood that I'm gonna stay out here and be like.
Okay.
Try to fight him.
All right. Who's next?
Eater.
Jack.
Oh, you got a jack as well.
She helps you into the house.
Well, I'm going
Try
to. First thing I'm gonna try and do is cast a healing spell on myself.
All right. You're not awful at this now.
On yourself.
Outrageous.
Every success heals a wound.
Huh?
So nothing happened.
Even with it, you still have
allow her to help you into the house.
Considering I'm still blind, yeah.
Okay, she's gonna help you.
It just covers the ground. It just increases the ground I'll have to recover.
You
assuming
mutter
this
some
works
shit
today.
that's creepy to her, but she's just like, "Oh, the poor lady's delirious. Let me get you inside, little thing."
She's in shock.
You get the
I
skill
get it.
and you still can't cast
Get it? All you need is one of them smooches from your friend, and you'll get right as rain.
If Grimes kisses me, shoot me. Or him.
before I shoot it.
All right, and she helps you into here. What is who's next?
Eater.
Is the Aider.
Reader.
Okay. The Eight of Spades.
There's a blown open door in front of you.
Is there like a big switch or something?
There's a staircase first to get to the
Okay.
third floor where the final laboratory is.
Stairs.
You run up to it to see a open window, a horrific blood splatter near that open window, and you can see like clearly like a big cranked down switch.
we're giving
with,
it
like
the crank.
electricity moving through this thing. So you try and crank it back up.
Yeah.
You crank it back up, and nothing happens.
Yeah, well, it was worth a shot.
Give it
He
some
said
more.
What
you
if you
had-
give him a second shock?
Are you doing? They're trying to pull it back down.
But what if I just raise more zombies?
50-50 shot. Kill them all or double the number.
I mean, at least you,
Betty G.
at least you de-electrified the fence, probably.
Betty G, if it was presented to you as, like, you walk up in a video game to interact with the Switch, and it's like 50% chance all the zombies die, 50% chance doubles the number of zombies, do you flip the Switch?
Do you roll those
Question:
dice?
Does Jimmy Mohan?
Does Jimmy Mohan flip
or
the switch?
the guys currently parading as Jimmy Mohan.
Or do
I'm
you
gonna
wait for
turn-
Professor to
I'm
get
gonna
us
turn to the. I'm gonna like yell at the professor. We need to see if he had some notes on how to stop this.
Well, of course he did, but I don't know where he kept them.
Can I like make a notice and see if there's like
You can look around in here. Go and roll a notice.
notice?
You guys are trying to peruse his things for a book, and we're
Also,
like, zombie!
also, whatever you find, I call dibs on the notes.
4, because I have a wound.
You find a notebook up here.
Alright.
That you open to a page and it doesn't say how to turn off my evil device. It seems like a textbook thick mad scientist journal of information.
If I can see, I can't see the professor. He's like down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just start. I'll be like, I got a book.
You're gonna throw it down the stairs at him?
Yeah.
All right, Professor, roll me an agility.
We're gonna get hit with a math textbook. We all remember high school. Those things are good.
4 explodes.
Oh, hey.
4 explodes.
You catch the book.
He's a sproul.
He's a sproul bastard, he sure is. 6 will be next, and it will be just zombies at this point. You've killed the 2 named creatures, you know, of course. Bjork and Bjork's son. I guess I'm doing all the other Bjorksons.
Bjork and the Bjorksons.
Bjorkson Jr.
They are going to start shambling towards the gate and the house. The only relevant thing of this for this round is one is going to come up to you and try and batter against you with its gross claws. And it's got a fighting.
Man, now I have another scar.
It doesn't get you.
Thanks.
I'm gonna have
What's your
one
parry?
across my cheek.
Is your parry less than 3?
How do you carry?
Yes.
Oh, it's your parry's less than 3? Then it does get you. I forget it doesn't have to hit a 4. It just has to get your
I
parry.
feel so bad for you with your 2 scars.
4. What's your toughness?
6.
6, so you're not even shaken. This thing kind of starts clawing at you somewhat feebly.
Devers is like, that's cute.
And then a 2.
Okay, I'm gonna. Do I do a weird science or a science roll, like to read it and kind of?
To try and read through this quickly, it'll be an academics.
Academics, okay. So it's 2d6.
Academic, my dear one.
Who's the gonna shot the crazy professor with?
That was a 5.
However, you read
Blunt
through
line
really quickly,
special,
and
B-U-N-T.
functionally, what this is going to do is it's going to give you you kind of get a brief idea of what some of the ideas behind this machine are, and you think that you
I'm gonna get another
can
one of those.
you'll get a bonus to next round try and turn this machine off.
Nice.
It will be a weird science roll on your next turn, but you have a chance to do it with a bonus. With a boon. So that's a new round.
Honestly, us being out in the east.
What timing for the Joker?
Honestly, us being out here in the east
Tenor.
is the best place for you to get a second one of those if you want it, because this is where the factories are that make that kind of stuff.
I'm definitely gonna get a second one.
Alright, James again. Our hero.
so
No
we-
Joker.
Zombies will decide to go
So
first.
is that a 5 of spades or heart clubs?
I've got the
Clubs.
clubs.
Okay, so
So 2 are going to be up on you, and are both going to try and clodge you. 5er hits but no raise. 5er hits but no raise. The first one will be what's your toughness? That's 7 damage. 6. So shaken with the first one.
But not sturdy.
The second one will be 8. So
And a shake is a 1.
1 wound unless you soak it. Because you're already shaken.
I'll try to shoot.
Try to choke you.
I try to choke.
Try to.
I'll try to choke her. That's what I'm trying to
Can we get like a rough
That's a vigor,
estimation
right?
how many
Yeah.
zombies we're talking about here?
We're probably talking in the 40 range.
Oh god.
5.
4 explodes. No, that 4 explodes.
Oh, I was looking at the. Yeah.
We got
4 explodes.
You do not take the wound.
You're good.
And you know what? For the sake of this, you rolled 3 in a row there. You're not shaking anymore. I'll undo the
That is-
previous shaking you. You soaked that so well.
Yeah.
Technically, that's not how the rules work, but I'm making
Oh
that
yeah,
decision.
technically I'm shaking as well, so I extra failed at that.
And so these zombies, though, you see like a kind of sudden burst of energy as they're going to run with the Joker, and they've made it up to the gate at this point and are bearing down towards the front door.
Alright,
Good
Professor, I
number.
hope you can do a good roll.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
Yep. So who is after the Joker? We got
The king.
Me.
the King Hotch.
I guess I'll just shoot one of the ones on me.
Okay.
They're still on me.
Yeah, there's still 2 right up on you. They'll be against their parry instead, but their parry is slightly better than 4. Slightly harder to shoot them when they're right next to you. 5.
8.
8. Hits, no raise.
4. Oh yeah, 4 could get the bonus.
4. That doesn't even check it. Fires through it. Seems like it's a corpse. Doesn't really care
You
much.
missed. It went right through its rib, like the bones.
Who's next?
The 10.
Tenor.
I would say you should probably go down with them and help them.
I was like, yeah. Okay, I'll just run down 3 flights of stairs.
Zombie fight zombie.
Because I mean, it's better you to be down there with them to help them than up here helping me.
If you say so.
Jimmy Mohan, zombie puncher.
Zimmer Mohan, zombie puncher. So anyone?
So it's 5 of those.
First I rolled to see if I am unshaken.
What?
Because I didn't
Got
do
it.
that last time. Because I'm
Fast hands.
stupid. And it's at a -2. So 5, so I'm unshaken but open.
Okay.
Now it's 5.
Still straight.
So you're gonna run up. It'll be a weird science roll.
Okay.
You'll have a +2 on it from your reading through the
I
notes.
feel so useless.
You're blind.
That is a 6.
6 with the +2.
Or 7 with the +2. It's a 5
Okay.
+2.
It's a 6 with a +2. 7. That math don't check out.
Sorry, I did +1 and not +2.
You're good. So you rush up here, and you realize that like the switch activated sending this thing out. But what he was talking about, his failsafe, is not. It's not that the electricity awakens them, but there's a second piece of this device that seems to emit some sort of radio wave frequency that maintains their consciousness and maintains them coming towards you. And you remember that device, and you're like, you look at his note again to like compare, and you can tell it says like there are 2 wires on this machine that are both copper wires that have no marking of all.
Like a true engineer.
And on it, you can see one says like power to, power from. And you devise that just plucking one of these wires out will shut off this frequency and make it so that these all die. The other will deal a near lethal dose of shock to whoever touched it. And you can see clearly on here, there's a drawn on note of like this diagram piece where it says, reminder, mark the wires. Clearly he did not remember to mark the
There was no
wires.
mark on the wires.
Spoken like a true Are you guys a software engineer?
And you think you're like, I'm pretty sure by the way, like the flow of this, it would make more sense for one of these to be the wire that I want to pull. You think. You're pretty sure.
Okay, so it's just a wire on the left and or right side, respectively.
But you think it's the
one of them, you're pretty sure the right is going to be the one that will stop this frequency. You're pretty sure it's the right.
Okay, I pull the right.
You pull the right. Roll me a D6.
A 1.
Literally a 1.
Nope, it wasn't it, and I died.
Well, no, they don't. I was like, I mean, he's got a very good chance. There's a 1 in 6 chance.
We'll find out.
Well, here's the problem: is it's Swede. He's Swedish, so the left and right are flipped.
That makes sense.
that's how the Force works.
Which
Yours
you
automatically
open-
going to take the damage.
You open his book and it's an IKEA instruction pamphlet on how to run the machine.
Could have been much worse. So, what is your toughness?
It's a 4.
That'll be 10 damage through your toughness, so that's enough for 2 wounds. It's 14 damage, so 2 wounds worth of shock.
Okay, well, I'm gonna spend a Benny to try and
Try and soak it. Okay. I also want you to roll another vigor after this one. Well, depending on if you soak the wounds.
4 and 6 explode.
Okay. Okay.
4 explodes on that one. So that's add an 8. 4 exploded. That is an 11.
minus
or-
whatever wounds you have.
Okay, so 10.
10.
That's
10 is still enough to soak both of those wounds, which means that you do not have to roll to see if you're shaken/stunned by the shock of this as well.
Son of a bitch!
You grab it. You start running down, and you see the professor and grab a wire, go wrong wire. Absolutely fine. You literally it's like the hair standing on edge. You see blue waves moving around, and he's just totally unshaken. He's literally unshaken.
This happens to him all the time.
Wait. But
Can I still pull the correct wire now that I know?
I'm gonna say you know what? Roll me a d20.
Is he just Brandon Perry?
That is a 10.
A 10. Alright, it's not another one. You do not forget which wire you just grabbed in the shock, and you are able to then reach and grab and pull this, and this kind of wave of energy stops. And you guys see these lumbering wires. They you up at the front gate. You see these things lumbering up towards you, and then they just flop over motionless, and this rumbling of undead bodies out in the field silences.
Oh.
Wrong wire!
God.
Son of a bitch! I need to lie down.
And with that, I think that's where we're going to stop this session of Devils of the West, having successfully stopped the mad Dr. What was his name?
Bjorkland.
The mad Dr. Bjorkland's evil plot. Good work, everybody. Thanks for watching, everyone at home, and we will see you in the next episode.